Alright folks, today I'm going to be showing you how to swap out a DDR sensor with a pump it up or in the groove sensor. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is what a DDR sensor looks like. The actual ends to this one are actually taken off, and that's what are actually in this pad right now. And this is a pump it up one. And as you can see, the connector is a bit different than the one down here. Let me pull one out and actually show you the differences between them connector-wise. Okay, so today what I'm going to be doing is be swapping out one of the sensors for the pump it up one. I'm going to be moving a couple of the sensors around in the pad. So, without further ado, let's get moving. Alright. Okay. Now, this is a DDR sensor. This one is working, so I'm going to be actually moving this one. And this is a pump it up one. The first thing you'll notice between them is the connectors are different. You cannot put these, they're not interchangeable. You can't put this connector into there. You'll have to either solder them apart or you'll have to solder this to this one, this connector, which I actually don't recommend doing that. I'm going to show you a different way that requires no soldering. Or you're going to have to just kind of tape them together, which I actually don't recommend doing as well. You're going to have to take off the connector to do that as well. So, okay, so this is a good sensor, so I'm going to put this on the side. And this is our dead sensor, so let's try to take this one out. Now, these are a bit of a pain to get out. They're very they can be really picky to get out. So this is our dead sensor. The only way you can really tell, you can't physically see that it's broken, but when you play the game, in the I/O test, it actually won't register when you step on this sensor. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take off this connector here, and we're going to connect it to this one after we take this connector off. Then we're just going to put it back in the pad with the pump it up sensor in there instead of this DDR one. Okay. So, I'm going to be putting the pump up sensor here. Let me go grab our tool real quick. And we'll get moving here. Alright, and again, this is going to be a way with absolutely no soldering, and it's been working pretty well in this pad that I've done it with. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your DDR sensor, and you're going to cut off this connector here. You want to leave a little bit of space so you have some room to work with here, but okay, so this is that DDR sensor. You can go ahead and just throw that away. Alright, now we have our connector here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take off the casing of the wire. So we're going to go ahead and put this in like here. And we're just going to pull away the outside of the little connector. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. Alright, there we go. Now we have a little bit of room to work with. Our wires are exposed. So now we can do the same thing to the pump it up sensor. Okay, so here's our pump it up sensor. Go ahead and cut away this connector here. And we can cut away near the top of this. So we're going to be using the bottom portion of the sensor. go ahead and cut away the casing for the wire. Try that again. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we're going to get to what many people would go ahead and solder together. You could solder these 2 points together and make a connection. There's actually an easier way than doing that, which because I don't really like taking the time to go out my way and solder stuff. So there's these little quick disconnect terminal fully insulated things that we got. Ace Hardware that my friend bought, and they just kind of connect into each other. So all it really is you put the wire in the back end kind of like this, and then you just crimp this down. And you do the same for the other side. And one side's male, one side's female. You just connect them together and voila. So, let's go ahead and sort out our male and female connectors here so we don't screw them up. Now, we're going to go ahead and put one side in here. Trying to hold this still while doing this is kind of hard to do on such a low surface. So I'll try to do my best so I can get on camera. Ugh, come on. Work with me here. First time I did this, didn't really give me much trouble going into this little hole here. There we go. Okay. Now that is in there, you can crimp it shut. It's a little bit better to go towards the end first. Crimping it. That's all there really is to it. You're just going to do this 4 times. Make sure it's on there pretty good. And it is. Okay, so that's what the end of the connector is going to look like. This is going to be instead of our solder points again. So let's do it to this one. Some are nice and tight. Okay, so now the pump it up sensor part is complete. Now we're going to be doing it to the actual old sensor side. And we're going to be doing the same thing. Just going to be putting the wire in here and crimping it shut. Okay, that's in there. Not nice and tight. Okay. We're going to do it to the other side. moving it there. I have to help that crimped it a little bit. Okay, on there nice and tight. So now what we can do is we can connect the sensor together. It's nice and tight, like it ain't gonna be going anywhere. This side. That's really all there is to it. And then we'll be putting this in the pad. We'll be putting this one right here. Now, just a fair warning. As I said before, the pump it up and then the groove sensors are quite a bit bigger than the DDR one. So this is going to be a really tight fit. Like really, really tight. This one actually has a lot of crap on that. I might have to cut away, but we'll see if we can get it in there. Yeah, see, it's just really, really tight in there. Yeah, at least on the other sensors, these older ones, you have a little bit of room to work with, but the pump it up one is not really. Just get connected together, and that should be it. It should be good. Now let me go test this out here. Oh yeah, that is really sensitive. And the pump it up ones and then the groove ones, they last a lot longer and they're really sensitive. They're not too sensitive either. And I know the DDR ones, a lot of people are picky and they'll only put the DDR ones in there, but the pump it up ones and then the grooves, they go a long way for your buck. So that's pretty much all there really is to it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe I'll do a few more like arcade technician kind of videos to show you how to fix stuff. I know my DDR machine is pretty much good past this point, but my Drum Mania needs a little bit of work for the snare drum. So maybe I'll put something on that. But until then, guys, hoping you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it was helpful to some of you arcade owners out there, and hope you enjoyed.